Now this talk, it's based on a chapter I wrote this summer for a book. It's kind of a dense topic, and it has a lot to do with philosophy and its connection to research. It's not everyone's cup of tea, and I don't think I'm the best speaker in the world, so sometimes I don't convey things all that well. So I'm just warning you, I have no idea how this is going to turn out. The name of the talk is Knowing as Being, and the topics I want to go through are, I'm going to be talking about the misnaming of qualitative social research. I mean, in some ways, qualitative social research shouldn't be called qualitative. It's a misleading expression. Then I'm going to be talking about one, the mystery of oneness. Then that's going to take us to Kant and the insight Kant had that he called transcendental. And then we're going to move to Hegel. And with Hegel, we're going to be exploring the relationship between certainty, being certain, feeling certain, certainty, and the concept of truth, and the concept of being. And it's that section that would, if I'm successful, will deliver what's promised in the title, Knowing as Being. So let's see how it goes. The word critical is quite popular and has been for some time. We find it in expressions like critical race theory, critical ethnography, critical pedagogy, critical feminist theory, critical participatory action research. That's what the name of the book my chapter is going to. Anyway, critical finds itself in lots of expressions, and the sense it's given varies in terms of the discourses in which it's used, but in general, the idea is that knowledge and the production of knowledge is somehow related to power. Knowledge and power have some kind of an internal relation that researchers need to be cognizant of. And in addition, if you see the expression critical this or critical that, you know that the authors are critical of modern day social formations, our class system, racism, sexism, homophobia, those kinds of things. We want to change those things. But there's a special sense to critical that originates with the term critical theory. Critical theory, as you know, was an expression that came out in the 1930s from people in Frankfurt, Germany, who were trying to disguise what they were doing from the Nazis, and so they used the expression critical theory. It's an expression that deliberately uses critical in the sense that Kant gave critical. Kant's critique of pure reason, critique of practical reason, critique of judgment. That's what the term was alluding to, critical. Now Kant was no Marx. He was a philosopher who he never left his hometown. I think maybe he did once, but how could his sense of critical be related to the sense of critical and critical theory? What's the connection? Well, the connection is really special. It's quite exciting. It's paradigm changing. It's hard to fully grasp, and it's person changing. In my life, I find I'm still struggling to get a full grasp of the insight involved.